Hello. Happy New Year and welcome to episode 16 of the Compassion and Cucumbers podcast. I'm Christine.
And I'm Sam.
And if I sound a little different, it's because I am currently under the weather. I got a COVID test, but I don't have the results yet. So this could be coming to you from COVID.
Yeah, I'm really thinking it doesn't.
No, I'm hoping it's just a cold.
Yeah, I think it's just a cold.
Yeah. So if my voice sounds, exceptionally sultry in this episode, that is why. So I hope everybody had a great holiday and a good New Year's. We wanted to talk a little bit about the snacks that we eat at New Year's, because our tradition is usually we have lots of snack foods.
Yes.
And we play Mario Party and try to stay up as late as possible. I think this year we made it to maybe 10.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. It's been a long time since we've made it to midnight.
Well, no, we made it to midnight during Kenny Christmas.
Oh.
We just haven't made it to midnight on New Year's Eve.
Oh, right. Well, that's what I mean, on New Year's Eve.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we need more people around us to energize us in order to get us to midnight.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so let's just jump into it. Let's talk about some of the snacks. We stopped at Trader Joe's in Pittsburgh when we were at Kenny Christmas last week.
And we're delighted to find that the Trader Joe's we went to had some items that we're not able to find in our regular Trader Joe's up in Buffalo.
Yeah. I don't know if that's the way it is. Every Trader Joe's has a little bit of different stock than the other Trader Joe's. But that was fun.
It was really cool.
Yeah. So what we made for New Year's and surrounding days, kind of.
Yeah, pretty much.
We had the Trader Joe's vegetable samosas,
which, even with all the other things we tried, they are hands down my favorite Trader Joe's frozen vegan snack.
Yeah, they're really good in the air fryer.
So good in the air fryer. And like I said, dip that in the Trader Joe's tzatziki,
right,
the vegan tzatziki, and it's just perfect.
Yeah, so we had those.
Yes, we did.
We also had the Trader Joe's vegetable spring rolls.
Yes, which are always yummy.
Yeah.
Yep. Also very, very good in the air fryer. You don't have to cook them for nearly as long as the package recommends in the toaster oven. They don't have a air fryer recommendation on the box yet.
Toaster oven instruction.
Yeah. So really, if you do them for about 10 minutes, 5 minutes per side, they're nice and crispy and golden brown and wonderful.
Yeah, they come out good. Then we had, for the first time, the Trader Joe's scallion pancakes.
This was so exciting for me. Ever since I lived in New York, I've been an absolute nut for scallion pancakes. I first discovered them at what is probably vegan Asian food chain in New York City called Zen Palette.
Right.
And when I moved from New York to my, next locale, one of the things I missed most was the scallion pancakes from Zen Palette. I just loved them. And they were hard to find other places in the same iteration or in a similar iteration.
Yeah, not a lot of Asian restaurants make them.
Right. Yeah. So I was so excited when we got to the Trader Joe's and they had green onion pancakes.
Yeah, and so these, we didn't try putting them in the air fryer because they'd be a little too large, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, the instructions tell you to put a little bit of oil in a nonstick skillet and just cook them on each side until they're lightly browned, and then put them on a paper towel to keep them crisp. I think there was 5 in the package.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, so I was making them up and then cutting them like you would cut like a quesadilla, just cutting them into triangles, and then we would eat them, and then while the other one was cooking. So we ate all 5 of them.
Yes, it was kind of the ongoing serving of the scallion pancakes.
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah, they were really good. They would be totally great dipped in just a little bit of coconut aminos or a little bit of soy sauce. It would just punch up the flavor just a tiny bit.
They weren't overly, they weren't not flavorful.
Oh, no,
but
not at
they
all.
weren't like overly flavored.
No,
they tasted like scallions.
They did.
And yeah, we should have like dipped them in soy sauce or something.
But they were really beautiful. I also think we could have let them crisp up just a little bit more than we did.
I was afraid of overcooking them.
I got you, but I think we could. I think next time since we have 2 other
think
packages of them. There were only 3 packages left in the Trader Joe's freezer. I took them all.
Sam kind of hoarded some of the snacks at the Trader Joe's. Like,
No,
there's only 3 left.
There
Take
were
them all.
plenty of everything else. They were just getting low on the scallion
I
pancakes,
tease.
and I guarantee they probably had some in the back.
And now, this didn't happen on New Year's Eve, but I have been since Christmas and the opening of the stockings because Sam put tons of snacks in the stockings.
And we've had the stocking with snacks.
There's been so much snack. We've had so many snacks. But I've been enjoying, she got me a bag of mini Justin's peanut butter cups. Mm-hmm. I've been enjoying those.
Well, you like anything with peanut butter.
Yeah. I've also been enjoying the Sujax. Mm-hmm. I think that's how you say it. Mm-hmm. Sujax, or it could be a silent S. Maybe it's just Jax.
Could be. Don't know.
SJAAK. Little peanut butter snowmen.
Those peanut butter snowmen are awesome.
Yeah, they have like Rice Krispies in them.
I love them.
Yeah, or crisp. I don't know if it's puffed quinoa or something in
I'm
the
not
peanut
sure,
butter.
but it is something just a little bit crispy. It gives it a crunchy peanut butter feel instead of a creamy peanut butter feel.
Yeah.
Really love them. Absolutely amazing. So glad we stumbled upon those.
Yeah, and, I'm not sure where you got yours.
I got mine at the vegan grocery store.
Oh, I got mine at Herbivore.
Also, dun.
Because we both put those in each other's stockings, which is funny.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. But those were good. And Sam put in my stocking primal vegan jerky.
Yeah, Christine loves jerky.
I do.
In general, she's more of a salty snack person, and I'm more of a sweet snack person. The one exception to that tends to be around the holidays. Christine will definitely consume her share of sweets during the holidays.
I will eat some sweets during the holidays.
Yes.
Yeah.
But so I had to put in something that was not chocolate oriented, and so we went with the primal jerky.
Yeah, and they're good. I don't know if you've ever tried the primal jerkies, but they're pretty good. I had a hickory smoked one, a teriyaki one, and there's another one that I haven't tried yet, and it's got lime in it.
Mesquite lime.
Yeah, I haven't tried that one yet, but so far they're all good.
Cool.
Yeah. And then something really fun that we, funnily enough, got for both of us got for each other again.
In different iterations. This was kind of awesome.
It was vegan stroopwafel.
Stroopwafels.
Stroopwafel.
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 Yes. If you're going for the Great British Baking Show
I don't know
version.
if you watch the Great British Bake Off, or here in the States it's called the Great British Baking Show, because I don't know if you know this little tidbit of trivia. Betty Crocker owns the phrase Bake Off. So that's why the Great British Bake Off in the States is not called the Great British Bake Off. Bake Off. Anywho, they made stroopwafel on the Great British Bake Off, and I think it was one of the early seasons with Mel and Sue, and Sue was like, stroopwafel?
Yes, something like that. Not quite as good as her Dampfnudel.
Dampfnudel.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, okay. I'm getting a little off track.
You
so
are.
we both got each other vegan stroopwafel.
We did.
Yeah.
I got Christine some stroopwafels, again, from the vegan grocery store.
Yeah.
And they are a coffee caramel vegan stroopwafel, which I'm very excited for her to try because I have never had a coffee caramel stroopwafel.
I haven't dug into those yet.
No,
well, I ate one at Kenny Christmas. Was that a coffee stroopwafel?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, then I tried it. It was good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, maybe I didn't warm it up enough to
really get the full effect
really
of
get
the caramel.
full effect of the caramel. What you should do is have a cup that's the same size as your stroopwafel,
right,
or a little smaller. My cup was too big, so then lay your stroopwafel on top of the beverage, tea, coffee, cocoa, whatever, and let the caramel melt a little bit inside.
Melt the caramel,
yeah. And I didn't do that because my cup was too big. My mug was too wide to do that. So I just kind of dunked and ate it. Mm-hmm. And it was coffee, so maybe I just didn't notice it was coffee-flavored caramel because I was dunking it in my coffee.
That makes sense. That makes total sense. So we'll have to try and make sure you do it with melting the caramel over the beverage at some point.
Yeah, I want to be authentic to the stroopwafel.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Do it, eat them like Dutch. Eat them like the Dutch.
Eat them like the Dutch. And of course, we made vegan brownies.
Oh, of course we made vegan brownies. That was another thing. We try to go easy on Christmas gifts that are non-consumable.
Yeah,
we try to
things
stick
we don't
towards
need.
things that we actually really need.
Yeah, practical.
We like
gifts.
practical gifts.
Practical or consumable.
Yes. And so what was really funny is that Christine and I both saw that as an excuse to get each other brownie mix.
Right. So now we have oodles of vegan brownie mix in the house.
Yes, we do. And one is a brand that we have used before. I think that's the Lehigh.
Lehigh. Is it Lehigh?
I don't know.
I think
how
it's Lehigh.
Pronounced. Okay, well, Lehigh brownie mix, and it's our current favorite brownie mix. For the record, we love to bake from scratch, but we agree that the one thing it is acceptable to make from a mix is brownies. Because they always seem to come out just as well as homemade brownies do, and sometimes better.
Yeah,
so,
and that brand is good. I mean, it's just as good as a homemade brownie as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. I mean, we made those brownies and took them to Kenny Christmas, and my brother, my dad, and I demolished them in the space of 2 days.
Made a double batch in a cake pan, and they were gone in no time at all.
Yeah, absolutely. So those were super good. The other brand I'm going to have to get back to you on next week, but it's not only vegan, but it is gluten-free.
Gluten-free.
Which I'm really curious about because Christine's nephew's girlfriend is both vegan and gluten-free.
I can pause here for a second and go get a bag so we can tell everybody what that brand is.
That's a really good idea.
Okay.
Let's pause for a second. Okay, so we now have the info on our gluten-free, vegan, non-GMO dark chocolate brownie mix from Renewal Mill. And this is an upcycled dark chocolate brownie mix. It fights climate change. This organization plants trees with every purchase. We love them for that. And so we're really looking forward to trying these out.
Yeah, hopefully they're as good as the Lehigh. I verified that. It is Lehigh, Lehi, the other brand, and I just got them through Amazon.
Yeah. Oh, I should also mention that Renewal Mill is also a woman-owned business, so rock on. So track them down, support them if you can.
Cool.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So, that's just some of the snacks that we've been gorging ourselves on over the holidays.
Yeah. And with Christine being under the weather the last couple of days, we've kind of remained in snack mode as opposed to returning to full-on meal mode.
Yeah. And because until my COVID test comes back, we've kind of just been staying apart from each other in the house. And just been kind of grazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all we can do.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, so those are the snacks we've been eating. And what I wanted to really talk about is, I don't usually have resolutions, but I wanted to talk about some of the things I am resolved to do either more of or better in 2022. And so it's just so weird. We're in 2022.
I think that's pretty great, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm very glad to see the end of 2021.
Well, yeah, and I think a lot of people are. But it just seems so weird that we're already 22 years into the aughts.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's
crazy.
It is crazy.
It doesn't feel like 22 years ago we were talking about Y2K.
Oh, that's funny. I never thought of it that way. You're right. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
It just seems like it wasn't that long ago.
Right.
But it was a long time ago. 22 years.
22 years ago. I didn't know you.
No, we didn't even know each other.
Nope.
Okay. So here are some resolutions that I wrote down that I will probably break or not really fulfill.
No, that's a really great way to set yourself up. Hi, I want to do these things, but you know what? I probably won't. I'm going to tell you about them anyway.
I'm teasing. But I'm not going to beat myself up if I don't manage to do all the things.
Of course not. There's no point
on this
in that.
resolution list.
Okay.
Number 1 on my resolution list and on a lot of people's resolution list is to move more.
Absolutely.
To take daily walks, which I know it's hard now that winter's coming and the roads are icy and stuff like that, but to get outside, get fresh air and just move more.
Yeah.
That's my number 1 resolution.
Yeah. That would probably be my number 1 as well, actually, is to move more. I mean, you know me, I'm a mover by nature. So having been at home for a while now and with very little physical outlet for energy, it's been a little weird. So I'm looking forward to getting back to a schedule where I am actually physically active about 3 hours a day.
Yeah.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, that'll be good for you.
Yeah, it'll be great. And then also, I mean, I agree completely with the walks because sure, I get to be physically active, but it's still indoors. And I'm honestly never happier than when we're out in nature somewhere.
Yeah.
So,
and, we don't live too far from Lake Erie State Park.
Right.
So we should just gear up.
Yeah.
Put on a good pair of hiking shoes.
Yeah.
Or boots. And just go up to the park and walk around. There's trails and stuff.
Yeah.
And this time of year, you don't really have to worry about deer ticks and stuff.
Nope.
I mean, they're still there. Don't get me wrong.
Of course.
There are still deer ticks in the wintertime. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's probably because there's still deer in the wintertime.
I think that's a really logical conclusion to come to.
But anyway, we could just go walk, do some trail hiking.
Absolutely.
Without making it a big deal because we don't have to go very far.
Sure thing. I mean, and now that the evenings are starting to get a little bit longer, day by day, just a little bit longer.
Yeah.
That'll become easier.
It will. Number 2 on my list of resolutions is to try and meditate in the morning, if only for really, even if only for like 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. And I have a couple of different apps on my phone to do that. Mm-hmm. Plus, I have some music in my Apple Music that's good to meditate to.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and be better about that.
Yeah. That's something that I actually have been thinking about getting back into as well. I've kind of let that go for a little bit, but my brother bought me a beautiful meditation bench for Christmas that I was very excited to receive.
Way cool.
It's so super cool, and it folds up, and it's portable, and so I can take it everywhere with me if I need to. But it will actually help. One of the things I struggle with meditation is my legs tend to go numb when I'm sitting in kind of a lotus.
Oh, if you're sitting
position.
cross-legged, you mean?
Yeah. So, and because that puts a good amount of pressure on my knees, and I do have some knee injuries to contend with, it's much better for me to meditate in a kneeling position, but I can't actually put my hips to my heels. I need to be a little bit elevated.
Yeah.
So the meditation bench is perfect. It makes meditation so comfortable. So it allows me to meditate for a longer period of time comfortably. I'm not worried about, am I going to have to shift position?
Right.
Is this going to be uncomfortable? Because it stacks your spine right up the way you want to be when you're meditating.
Yeah.
It makes actually the breath process a little bit more open, a little easier.
Yeah.
So I'm super psyched about that. And also getting back to, which I'm going to be forced to get back to, which is great, is getting back to yoga.
Yeah.
I do love yoga, and it's just one of those things that when you're home, it's like, where do you find a space and where do you find the time? And it's like, I could do yoga in the living room, but I'd have to kick Christine out and tell her to go somewhere else.
You don't have to kick me out.
Well, no, but
necessarily.
You don't want to sit around and watch me do yoga. That's not exactly fun. So I'm thinking of you, not of myself.
Oh, well, thank you.
You're very welcome. So anyway, now, fortunately, I have a space that I should be able to use for both yoga and meditation.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited about that. But I'll be getting back to it because I will also be teaching yoga this spring. So,
yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
That'd be
good stuff.
Yeah, so I would like to get back into doing some morning meditation. I was raised by two parents that were heavy into transcendental meditation during my childhood. It was the 70s. So.
There you go.
And I got a mantra from the Maharishi Mahesh Yogi.
That is still one of the coolest things you've ever told me.
I did. I think I was maybe 9 or 10.
And super hyper.
Well, yeah. So he gave me a walking mantra.
That is just so cool.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a very cool experience. But anyway, I go back and forth. I get away from it. And then, so I would definitely like to focus on that in the mornings.
Yeah. I think that'd be great. I mean, almost make it the first thing you do, even before you have your coffee.
Yeah.
I know you don't like to do anything before you have your coffee.
I don't think I could meditate before my coffee because all I would be thinking about is I want coffee. No, I definitely would have to be at least after a cup of coffee. Okay. Now, I have to be a little, I know it seems weird, but I would have to be a little awake before I could meditate.
Yeah, sure.
Otherwise, I would probably just fall back to sleep. sitting up.
I mean, that'll probably be easier for you also as I get back on a regular schedule and I'm leaving the house early in the day and all of that. So you'll have space and quiet and all that good stuff.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
Number 3 on my list of resolutions.
Yes.
Is to start a revolution. No, I'm sorry.
Really?
No, I'm kidding.
Wow. That's ambitious. How have I not heard of this yet?
I don't want to start coughing. No, my number 3 is to go through all my clothes, and I do this. We do it every year. Pare down, and donate a bunch of clothes to Goodwill or Salvation Army.
Yeah, this is something that I tend to do about every 6 months.
You do it more than I do.
I do. I can't stand to have excess in my closets. And I'm one of those people that I will look at things and go, "Oh, I like that. I haven't worn it in a while. I'll keep it for another, rotation."
Yeah.
And then 6 months later, I'm like, "Okay, no, it finally has to go. I haven't touched it."
Yeah. My downfall is t-shirts.
Yes, it is.
I have way too many t-shirts.
Yes, you do.
I will always have way too many t-shirts.
Yes, you will.
And every time I go through the paring down of the t-shirts, it's hard to let them go.
Yeah.
Because even if I don't wear them all the time, they all have some sort of sentimental meaning to me.
Yeah, you have really deep attachments to your t-shirts.
I do, because they're from places I've gone.
Sure.
Or things we've done.
Yeah.
Or someone gave it to me. Or like concert t-shirts. I mean, I'm not kidding you, people. I have concert t-shirts from 1980.
Yep.
I'm not kidding you.
She's not. I've seen them.
And I can't let them go. And some of them don't even fit
She
me
can't.
anymore. But I can't let them go.
Yeah.
So that's on my resolution list, to get rid of some clothes that I don't wear.
Yeah. I have far less sentimental attachment to clothes. I'm very utilitarian when it comes to clothes. If it's black, baggy, and comfortable, bring it on. Otherwise, I'm not interested.
Right. That's right. You have to fold Sam's clothes a particular way so she can tell what things are, because everything is black. I mean, everything.
Everything except socks.
Right, except socks. That's where all of her color goes.
That's where all my color goes, is socks. And the occasional t-shirt, but mostly socks.
Yeah, occasionally a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that was number 3 on my list, to get rid of some clothes.
Yes.
Make room for new clothes.
That's right.
New t-shirts.
Well, the thing is, you did get a number of new t-shirts for Christmas. The thing is, I try not to buy her new t-shirts, but I can't help it because she loves them.
I love
she
t-shirts,
wears them
and I'll
like
wear
crazy.
them. Yeah.
I know that they're a good gift for her, that they will be utilized.
You can get me the goofiest t-shirt that says the goofiest thing. Like, what's that t-shirt my sister got me last year? It says, I don't know, she may have gotten it for my birthday.
I don't remember.
Something about my sister has anger issues and a bunch of other things.
Oh,
and I'm not afraid to use her.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Something like that. I have a sister with anger issues and a low tolerance for stupid people, and I'm not afraid to use her.
And I'm not afraid to use her.
It's not something that she would normally wear, and so it kind of stays around the house. But
I've worn it funny. Have you? Worn it. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. Number 4 on my list is that once Sam is no longer working from home, to get back into my studio. You might not know it, but I'm a musician and a guitar player. And since Sam's been working at home and what she's been doing, which we will reveal in a future episode, but we're waiting for something to be finished before we reveal what she's been doing.
Yes.
But what she's been doing requires quiet in the house.
Yes.
So I haven't really been in my studio at all. So I look forward to getting back into my studio and making some music. I got a new computer coming. And
awesome.
So that's number, what did I say? 4 on my list of resolutions.
That'll be great.
Is to get back into creative. Not that this podcast isn't a creative
certainly
venture,
is.
But get back in touch with my musician side again.
Absolutely.
Okay. Number 5.
Well, wait, hey, I didn't get to respond to that.
Oh, would you care to respond?
I would care to respond. Thank you very much.
Please
I appreciate the lead in. So yeah, in that venture, one of the things that I have been really, really lax about, and it's because of these other projects that I'm working on that will be revealed in a future episode. But
dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. But I've been absolutely terrible about keeping up with our website.
Yeah, I have to agree with that.
Yeah, it's just been atrocious. And I don't think I've put anything new up there since VegFest.
What?
I know.
Oh.
I know. It's bad. I haven't put anything new up there since like October.
So if you're a web designer and you would like to apply for the position,
Right.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Well, but the thing is, and it's not just that, I want to keep hopefully people taking a look at the website for content purposes.
Yeah.
But I really enjoy writing.
Right.
And I really enjoy writing about the things that we talk about.
Yeah.
And I feel like I have a fair amount to say a lot of the time.
You do.
Yeah. So I really do want to get to it. I just haven't managed to carve out the time that needs to go into it. So that is something that I would like to kind of recommit to and do better this year.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Okay. So what, number 5 on my list is to get back into having weekly game nights.
Yes.
We got a lot of really good games for Christmas.
Oh,
So, and we just have a bunch of really good board games.
We really do.
So
our family is a board gaming family. And fortunately, that's on both sides of the family. We've been discovering.
Yeah.
My brother in particular is a board game addict. I think that is the word.
Yeah.
He has something like 300 or 400 games in his game room. It's
he has
insane.
this great game room. We may have talked about this on the podcast in the past.
Probably.
But he has this great game room and hundreds of interesting board games.
Yeah. So it's just crazy. But you know that there are going to be some board games under the tree each Christmas.
Right.
And that if nothing else, my brother will buy each household a new board game. It's just what he does. So anyway, I'm really excited about some of the board games that we got this Christmas and looking forward to, like you say, carving out time to play them.
Yeah.
And I think that that's just a matter of, in the evening, once we're both done with whatever work we're going to do for that day, like not just saying, oh, okay, you want to watch something?
Right.
Like, let's play a game instead.
Yeah.
Because honestly, there's really not much on TV that I want to watch. I'm just not that engaged with all of that. So I would much rather play a board game.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we need to establish a board game night.
Yeah.
I think Thursday should be board game night.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see if that works.
We will.
Yeah, I got Sam this Titanic board game,
I got that for you.
Oh, you got me the Titanic board game?
I know, right?
I thought I got it for you.
Nope.
Wow. It wasn't. How long ago was it? COVID brain.
You don't have COVID.
We don't know that yet. Anyway.
It's highly unlikely.
So this Titanic game is based on the movie, the Leonardo DiCaprio
and
Kate Blanchett.
Winslet, not Blanchett.
Kate Winslet movie, and it's got some funny elements to it.
It really does.
Yeah.
So essentially, you're making choices as the ship is sinking. Are you going to help rescue other passengers, or are you just going to save yourself and all these kinds of things? But it looks to be oddly, given the subject,
entertaining,
funny,
like
actually funny, like we saw one card that all of a sudden everyone has to throw their arms out to the side and yell, "I'm the king of the world!" So I appreciate that this game, even though, of course, it's surrounding a truly tragic event.
Right.
And I think one of the most kind of mesmerizing in history. I know I've been just fascinated by it for, God, probably almost 40 years.
Yeah.
That it does also have a sense of humor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm sorry that we didn't get to play that at Kenny Christmas. What we did get to play, however, was a game that Christine got for me, which is based on
Princess Bride game,
which is based on one of my favorite cult movie classics, The Princess Bride, and the game is called Prepare to Die.
Prepare to Die.
So obviously, you are putting yourself in the shoes of Inigo Montoya, and you're wandering around saying, "My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die." But you're doing it with different people and different reasons that the person should be killed.
Yeah, it's kind of an apples to apples. Is that the name of the game?
Yeah, apples to apples, or Cards Against Humanity, but a really clean version.
Yeah,
kind of a thing.
So you get a character, and then everybody gets 6 cards in their hand, which are ways they have wronged you,
Right.
prepared to die, and then you read them out and pick which one you think is either the funniest or the most appropriate for the
Right.
person that you have.
Yeah. So
some of them are really funny. Some
Hello.
of them, however, some of the ways they've wronged you aren't really bad things, which I thought was weird.
Well, but I think that they could be if you put them with
With the
certain
right people.
characters. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's all about context.
Yeah.
I mean, and sure, there were plenty of combinations that we put together that made no sense whatsoever.
Right.
But when you really do get a funny one, it's really funny.
Yeah. Our niece, Lucy, got, and she was really fun. She was like acting with
Yes.
every card.
Oh, the whole way
She's a
through.
little actor. Yeah. And I don't even remember who the character was that she had. Who was the character? Do you remember who the character was?
Princess Peach.
Oh, it was Princess Peach. Okay, so she had Princess Peach as a character, and one of the cards she had, the way she delivered it, made us laugh so hard. One of the cards says, "You groped my penguins." So she says, "Hello, I am Princess Peach. You groped my penguins, prepare to die."
It was good. It was very good. And the thing is that there are sometimes penguins in the Mario games. It just all fit, and it was really, really funny.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, it was
so that was
fantastic.
good. I got you a Bill and Ted's.
I'm so looking
Excellent
forward
Adventure,
to that. Oh my gosh. When I was in high school, I was just
trivia
obsessed with Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. One of my great passions in life is history. And I'm quite good at historical trivia for the most part. But to put a Bill and Ted spin on a history trivia game just like delights me to no end. And so we haven't played it yet, but the design of the game is really quite brilliant. And the whole thing folds into their elevator, their phone booth that, travels them through time. So the design of the game is really quite brilliant. So
the design is really cool.
I'm looking forward to pursuing that a little more.
Yeah. And let's see. Sam's brother got me a Robin Hood game that looks really interesting.
Yep. It's a good call.
Yeah.
Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Yep. And it looks beautiful.
Oh, and then Sam got me this design your own game thing.
I am so excited about that.
And
for a couple of years.
We can't tell you what our game design is because we don't want anybody stealing it.
That's right.
But we do have a game design that we've been talking about making
for a couple of years.
For a couple of years. And so this is good. We can use this. So it comes with like a blank everything. Blank cards, a blank playing board, blank player pieces, and you can make your own game.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah. So I'm really excited to have some time to just have the two of us sit down and like
work on
hash
that.
out what this game we've had in mind for a couple of years could really be.
And then once we're producing it, we'll let you know what it is.
That's right. we'll let you know about the GoFundMe.
Right. Kickstarter.
No.
It could be a Kickstarter.
Many successful board games have started on Kickstarter.
Oh, absolutely. What's that other game I'm reading? It says Unforgiven.
Oh, this is the one that my brother got for me. It's called Unforgiven, and it's essentially the trial that was held after President Lincoln was assassinated.
Oh, right. The Lincoln assassination trial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, haven't delved into that yet. Really can't wait to. Again, that's just something that so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So cool.
Looks like a
can't
good
wait
game.
to play.
Yeah. Her brother is a game aficionado. So when he gives you a game, he's researched it. He knows that
It's going to be good.
the play is good. And he knows how difficult the play is going to be. Or how complicated, and he tries not to get us too complicated of games. So if he gives you a game, that it's probably a good game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one of the ones he got us, I think it was last year,
Was the
Isle of
Isle of
Cats,
Cats.
and that's turned into one of our favorite games.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Yeah, it's really great.
So so that was number 5 on my list. Weekly game nights.
It was weekly game nights.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
And the last thing I have on my list is, and we've talked about this before, and this is what happens with resolutions. You talk about them, and sometimes they don't all come to fruition. But
True
the last one on my list is to cook at least one meal a week from one of the many, many, many vegan cookbooks that we own.
Yes, please. Can we do that?
We.
Well, okay.
I do most of the cooking.
Well, she's
around here.
retired.
Yeah.
She's retired, so she has more time to do that kind of
Yes,
stuff than I do.
we can do it.
It's not like I never cook.
No, I'm not saying you never cook, but I do the majority of the cooking.
It's true.
But I think it would be fun if we did it together.
I would prefer that, actually, because I remember quite a while ago, pre-veganism, when we were doing Blue Apron.
Right.
One of the best things about it was that we ended up cooking those meals together.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was really great. So I would come home on Wednesday, which was Blue Apron Day, and would pick whichever one of the 3 meals we were going to do. And we would end up being in the kitchen together, which is kind of rare for us.
Yeah.
It's either one or the other of us doing the cooking
Usually,
frequently. Yeah. So that was really great. So I think we should. And we do. We have so many good cookbooks.
We do.
And the thing is, we've tried recipes from most of our cookbooks, like at least one from most of our cookbooks, and there hasn't been a loser yet.
No, they always come out pretty well.
Really, really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are just a few of the things that I resolved to either do more of or do better or do
There you go.
at all. And did you have any more to add? I want to kind of keep this short because I
know you're not feeling well.
I'm a little congested and the breathing is hard.
It's hard. I get you.
So.
I got you. But I do want to say just one more thing.
Okay.
And that's that I would really like to volunteer more.
Oh, okay.
I know we talked about this a couple of weeks ago, not on the podcast, just between the two of us, because, we do talk when we're not on microphones.
Sometimes.
Every now and again. We currently volunteer at our local humane society, working with the cats there who are waiting to be adopted. But there are a couple of organizations in our area that I would really like to get involved with. One is literacy volunteers that helps people, mostly adults, learn to read. And so kind of takes them towards employability, which I think is really, really important. So I would love to do that. Anything that involves both people and books works very well for me. And the other thing I would love to do is to give a hand at the soup kitchen in Jamestown.
Yeah, where we live, they don't actually have, there's not like a homeless shelter or a soup kitchen kind of deal. So yeah, the closest one is in Jamestown, New York.
Which is about half an hour from us.
40 minutes away.
Yeah. So I would like to look into doing that as well.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, that does bring up, an ethical dilemma that we would probably have to call the bearded vegans about.
Right.
Because moral quandaries and all. But,
right, because they're not going to be serving vegan meals.
No. So that's the question. So what takes priority, the ethics of your veganism or just the ethic of believing that everybody should have food?
Right.
Yeah. And for me, everybody should have food wins in that context.
Yeah. I think I might be more of a mind to talk to the Food Not Bombs people and maybe start a Food Not Bombs.
Oh, that'd
where
be
we
cool.
live. Food Not Bombs, if you're not familiar, in Buffalo is an organization that collects food, like a food pantry, nothing fresh, sundries, but they're all vegan.
Yep.
And they give them to people in need, vegans in need that are having, financial difficulties or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think I would rather start something like that where we live than to drive 40 minutes away, use up gas and everything.
Okay.
To
that's
feed people non-vegan food.
You know what? I like your idea a whole lot better than mine.
Not that I don't think those people, deserve to have whatever food they can get.
Of course they do.
I think it would make more sense for us to do something more grassroots here.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, so.
That'd be totally amazing. Yeah. Again, Kickstarter.
Well, I don't really think it would take a whole lot of money to do that. You just need to have a place where people can bring the food.
Right.
And then a way to distribute it and a way to find the people that need it.
Right.
So, I mean, it could be as simple as a shout out on this podcast. If you know anybody out there that's struggling to buy groceries or whatever, a vegan that's struggling to buy groceries, email us their email, send us their email or phone number or whatever, and we'll reach out to them and ask them what they need, and we'll make it happen. You know?
We'll find a way to make it happen.
Yeah, I think it's that simple.
That's awesome. Okay, so one thing that we should definitely do if we're serious about this is pick the brains of those who run Food Not Bombs in Buffalo.
Yeah, we can contact Lori of Food Not Bombs in Buffalo.
That sounds great.
I know we talked to her briefly about it.
We did.
Over the summer about starting a chapter here because she said there's nothing here.
No.
So Yeah, so that's something that we could add to our resolution list.
I think that sounds awesome.
Okay.
We need to do that.
Yeah, we do. So
Cool.
I think I'm going to wrap this up because I'm having a hard time breathing.
All right.
And so that means I have a hard time talking.
Yeah, the two things are kind of connected.
Without sounding, all congested and gross. So thank you so much for listening. Happy New Year to everybody. I hope you had a great holiday. Don't forget to check out our non-updated website at www.compassion.com, compassionandcucumbers.com.
If you'd like to share some of your New Year's resolutions with us, drop us an email at compassionandcucumbers@gmail.com.
Absolutely.
Or if you have any other questions, concerns, or suggestions for us.
Suggestions for us, show topics, whatever. Drop us a line. We'd like to hear from you. Also, we're still running our fundraiser for Mockingbird Farms Animal Sanctuary at our Buy Me a Cup of Coffee. That's Buy Me a Cup of Coffee.
No, it's Buy Me a Coffee.
I'm sorry. Buy Me
It's all right. You're sick. You get a pass.
Thank you. It's at buymeacoffee.com/cucumbers.
And that link is also available on our website. And I would like to say that the first person, and we're going to keep an eye on this.
The first person, or do you want to make it just like a random pick?
Oh, no. Right now, I want to make it the first person because I want to get the ball rolling a little bit more on this. Okay. The first person, and we may extend this to others, is going to get one of the very, very first
person
pieces
to do what?
To donate $50 or more.
Okay.
To the Mockingbird Farm campaign.
Yeah.
Is going to get one of the very first Compassion and Cucumbers t-shirts.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
So if you heard that and you want a Compassion and Cucumbers t-shirt, or you just want to support Mockingbird Farms Animal Sanctuary.
Which is the real reason to do it.
Yes. And have the added bonus of
a Compassion and Cucumbers t-shirt.
Yeah.
Because now these are not available as merch yet.
Not yet. This is a very small run that was gifted to us by Sam's father.
Which was amazing. It was easily the best gift of our Christmas.
Yeah, it was a really great Christmas
cool.
gift. He gifted us
so thoughtful.
a box of t-shirts.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, really cool.
So we have a very small run of Compassion and Cucumbers t-shirts, but we'd love to give the first one away. And
okay, so go to Buy Me a Cup. Why do I keep saying cup?
It's okay.
buymeacoffee.com/cucumbers. Donate $50 towards our Mockingbird Farms Animal Sanctuary campaign. And we will send you a t-shirt.
We will.
Cool.
We will send you your very own Compassion and Cucumbers t-shirt.
Cool. All right. Well, I think that's it, everybody. We're going to wrap this up. Enjoy for your first week of 2022.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you next Tuesday.
We sure will.
All right.
Thanks for listening.
Bye-bye. If you'd like to support the Compassion and Cucumbers podcast, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/cucumbers and buy us a cup of coffee. Thanks so much for listening and for supporting us in what we're doing. We're really having a good time with it.